Hi, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I'm Sophie, and as you can tell by the title, this video is a thriller based reading vlog. It's very much tailored towards UK thrillers, and this vlog is again another themed vlog that came about because I was gifted a couple of thriller books for Christmas, and my mission in 2023 is to read as much of my physical TBR as possible. And this is a reading vlog that is going to help with that. So I have 3 UK based thrillers here that are going to form this reading vlog for you. And the first one is The Patient by Jane Shimelt. And this is about a doctor who falls in love with their patient, and it's told like from the past aspect. So she's writing about what events happened during the time after it's happened, so we don't follow along in real time. People say that this is kind of dark and slow, so I don't know exactly how much I'm going to enjoy this because I don't really like slow thrillers, but we shall see how I get on with this one. The other book is The Sanctuary by Charlotte Duckworth, and this is about a group of pregnant women who go to a retreat, and it's supposed to be a relaxing time before they have to give birth. And the woman who owns it is a yoga teacher and trained midwife. And this place is supposed to bring peace. And of course, everybody has their secrets in this story. This one sounds a little bit more interesting than The Patient. Finally, we have The Vacancy by Elizabeth Carpenter. So this is about a woman who takes up an ad in the paper about becoming a live-in assistant for an author. Yeah, that's as much as I know about this book. These are all set within the UK and they're all written by UK women. So these are the 3 books that I will be reading in this vlog, and I will tell you my thoughts on these. I'm really looking forward to this. Not only do I get to tick off 3 books from my TBR, I also get to read some thrillers this year. So I thought I would come in and give you my review on The Patient by Jane Shimelt. This one I thought was really slow. I didn't enjoy it at all. Couldn't enjoy it, and I'm glad it wasn't longer than what it was. So I am almost finished The Sanctuary, and I really love this one. This is a complete contrast to The Patient that I read before this one. To compare them slightly, The Patient was very slow. It had one person's perspective, and it was like, these things happened in the past, and here's my recall, and here's what happened. The Sanctuary is very much multiple perspectives, and the development of these characters is very good, and it starts really early on, so you kind of get thrown straight into it, and it's pretty fast paced in my opinion. It's chaotic, and that's probably why I like it, because I am a pretty chaotic person. All the characters have something to hide, and it's quite intriguing, especially when you as the reader kind of know what's happening with one character, but all of the other characters that were involved at the time don't realize either. So it's just you and that character who knows exactly why they are there until another character finds out. And yeah, so shit has hit the fan in this story. I am 300 pages into this story, so I'm intrigued to see what the ending is going to be like. This quote, so this one came from Poppy, and it says, "One lie is enough to question all truths." So I have a feeling that's going to come back around when we find out why exactly Poppy is there and what lie makes her question all truths. And with only like 90 pages left, I'm questioning whether that's going to be a big plot point. But yeah, I don't know, but it's something that I noted. And the second one is another quote that I really liked that I just wanted to mention. It says, "The flowers of all of the tomorrows are in the seeds of today." I liked this quote because it signifies like growth, and what you do today can really flourish in tomorrow. So I just liked it, which is why I noted it. I don't usually tab my books or write in them at all, but those were two quotes that I thought were pretty nice, and I wanted to share them with you. So I think the next update you'll get from me is when I finish this one, and that'll be 2 books down, and I only have the vacancy left to read for this vlog. So currently, if this goes well, oh, almost lost my place. If this book goes down well and I really enjoy the ending, I am 1 for 2 in terms of books I liked in this video. The Patient was horrible and I rated it 3 stars at best. But currently this one is set for a 5-star read, if I really enjoy the outcome. But I will let you know in the next update when I do finish this. Finally finished The Vacancy today. It was really addictive, and it takes you back to certain events that has led up to the current situation for our main character. So our main character is called Rachel when we first find her, and then throughout the story it turns out that her real name is Bethany. Rachel accepts an invitation to become a live-in editor as such for this author who is writing a new novel and needs some help. And when she turns up, weird things start to happen in her life, and yeah, just events play out so weirdly, and how the author Dorothy is written makes it seem like she's not who she says she is. But as you learn about Rachel and her backstory, you start to piece it together, and you start to believe that Dorothy might be someone in Rachel's previous life. At first I thought it was her own biological mother, because Rachel was adopted or put into foster care when she was a child, and I had assumed that Dorothy was actually her own mother, and the book made me feel that way for a really long time. But then everything gets revealed, and the twist was kind of interesting. I didn't actually see it coming. I'm not sure why, just didn't go through my head. So it was very thrilling, and I can't really say that I enjoyed the ending as such. It seemed to just fizzle out. There was no big conclusion. She just got told what was happening and who Dorothy actually was, and then she just left and continued on with her own life, like just up and continued on with her own life back in Bolton. So for me, I was like, it's not very well executed in the end, and I find that very strange to me. I'm so used to reading stuff that has big climactic endings and everybody dies. So for me to read this, that it was all like happy ever after at the end, it was very bizarre, but it was an interesting read. I thoroughly enjoyed my time reading it. I wouldn't say it was better than The Sanctuary, but it was definitely better than The Patient. So I guess that rounds out this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and maybe you might want to pick up some UK based thrillers. It's very interesting to read about an area where you grew up and certain channels and items that you've grown up with kind of written about, because a lot of books I read are American based, and they talk about certain elements within American life that just doesn't resonate to me. So reading some UK work is kind of fun because I know what they're talking about when they're asking for somebody to put on ITV channel. So it's those types of things that really makes it feel real. But it has been fun. I'm glad that I read some. So if you're interested in picking them up, I would highly suggest picking up The Sanctuary and The Vacancy. Those ones are probably the best of the bunch. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and do let me know what type of reading vlog you want to see from me soon, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!